Hey everybody, welcome. This is Animal. We're going to be talking about all things paranormal, drama, conspiracy theories, you name it. And also, I got some Taco Bell news for you. Yep, I said it. Taco Bell news. You don't want to miss that. There's a lot of diarrhea things going on with Taco Bell, so we're going to be mention that. But anyways, we're going to be talking about it. So I just going to say, welcome to the show. This thing on? I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Hey, what's up? It's me, Animal. Only on Animal Expedition Files. See you there. Hey everybody, welcome to the Animal Expedition Files, where we talk about all things paranormal, UFOs, Bigfoots, drama, conspiracy theories, you name it. Welcome to the show. It's good to be back. It's a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I see a whole bunch of people already coming on here. Hey guys, how's it going? I got an amazing guest here. You saw my last guest, Ms. Paranormal, but now I got Stevie from Truth or Demons, so podcast show. So go check her out. You don't want to miss her shows, and really amazing. And I can't wait to have her on here. And we're gonna talk about a bunch of cool stuff, and you know it, drama, and a whole bunch of crazy things that's going on in this world right now. I know in New England right now we are facing, they're calling the dark day. That's what someone called it on the news. Everything is like blood red, and the sun is literally red, and it's all because of those fires in Canada right now. It's just heading this way, all the smoke. So I actually had to go home early for work, and missed my half a day of work and stuff like that. So it's good to be home though early. Get to do things, spend time with the family, have fun with the kids. But I hope you guys are having fun. But let me know what you guys have been up to in the comments there. I'm seeing everybody saying hey to everybody, and ask questions to my amazing guest, Stevie. You don't want to miss out on it. So I also got some news. We got some, I know everybody hears me talking about Taco Bell every day on Facebook. I always make a Taco Bell joke saying about eating burritos and all that stuff and what it does to you. But now the joke has been for real, because now there's a parasite and Taco Bell's part of it. Federal and state health officials are investigating Taco Bell as a potential link to a massive nationwide outbreak. A parasite intentional infection that causes frequent and explosive watery diarrhea. I can't make that up. That's real stuff, folks. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about that. If you've been eating Taco Bell, please be careful. Literally, it gives you the run for its money. So literally. But I hope you guys are good, and let's bring Stevie in, and we're gonna have a little fun here. Let's bring her in here. We got this button. What is up?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm cracking up at the news here that you shared.
I know, like, really, like, it's weird. Like, we always joke about Taco Bell and what it does to you. And now, like, the joke's out. Like, yeah. Literally. Like, I talk about it so much, they should give me a medal for it.
That's good.
But yeah, literally. But how are things going with you? I know there's been a lot of crazy things going on your end,
There
and we're gonna
have.
be
It's been interesting.
talking about that. But first, on this show, we want to get to know you. So I want you to tell us about how you got into this journey in the paranormal and where did it start in your life? Because I know everybody has a different story, and I love hearing people's stories because everybody's unique.
I love that. And I love when I get asked this question because it probably started when I was like 8 years old with the movie The Entity. And I saw that movie way too young. That is not an appropriate movie for children. But it hooked me because it was the first movie I'd seen that was based on a true story, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like they claimed it was, and I was enthralled. I thought, oh my God, there's things like this in the world. I have to know everything. And then I was really into it for a while, kind of fizzled out for a little bit in like my late teens, early 20s, because I used to go ghost hunting when I was a teenager with my mom, because she's also really into
Oh
it. So
wow.
she's a big reason I'm into it. And then the Conjuring movies came out and I watched them, and I was very concerned about the so-called truth that they were trying to portray. And I just started obsessively researching, and then a friend was like, "Why don't you turn this into a podcast?" Because like I talked about it all the time. So that's how I ended up here.
That's awesome. It's really cool, like just to get influences, like just off movies and just especially like everyday life, because we experience so many things in life. You never know what it could be. It could be something paranormal. It could be like just walking. Like me when I was growing up, I used to walk in cemeteries a lot and just get my inspirations on a lot of things just by walking to a cemetery because it was so peaceful. And
Yes.
sometimes I would just lay down and relax and just feel like things just like talk to you, like the wind, the noises around the trees. And that's like just with that, like, and not being around people. Well, I mean, you're around people, but they're dead. But
Yeah. It's much
it
more peaceful.
you kind of feel like they're talking to you in a way, spiritually. And it's really cool. And I just love hearing people's stories about just how they got into that in their journeys.
Yeah, I love that. I have lots and lots of ghost stories, tons of experiences that have like molded my love for the genre and the community and being a part of it and investigating, researching all of it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm seeing everybody commenting on here. Everybody said, "Hey, Stevie, how's it going?"
Hi,
Uh,
everybody.
Someone said, "Good movie, but not appropriate."
No, definitely not. Like, definitely don't let your kids, or like, that should probably be an 18 and up movie.
Oh yeah. Pretty soon they're gonna be making a Taco Bell movie about this whole thing that's going on. So, anyways, let's go into wait. We gotta have some. Hold on, I gotta set the mood. Let's see if we could do this. Yeah, here we go. Let's set the mood. I don't know. Can you hear that on your side?
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about paranormal drama,
Okay.
things that are going on. Now, tell us a little bit what's going on your side. I know we heard a little bit from Ms. Paranormal, but I know there's a group of people that I know you're one of them, Ms. Paranormal and Kat, are really getting attacked by these people from what Matt Riff and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Elton Castaigne.
Elton. I almost said Elton John, but it's yeah. Give us a little thing that how this all started and how this all began, because I've been watching it since the beginning, honestly, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. Like yesterday,
Yeah.
number one, it was like probably the worst I've seen, and I know it was from Ms. Paranormal, the what she shared, and then everybody else shared it. So give us a little how this all started.
So I I have kind of drawn the attention of the Nesper camp, which everyone who was part of of Nesper, like Tony Spira and all them, they used to hate on me a lot, and the drama kind of started there, but then it fizzled out. But then it picked back up again when Elton and Matt bought the Warren house because we started sharing simple facts. That's all we were doing. I know that Miss Paranormal and Luna were experiencing some things in Cat, and they were having a little bit of drama on their pages just from sharing some facts. And then I shared a fact, a very simple fact. I shared the fact that Annabelle is going to Salem. Elton and Matt went on the news in Salem and announced Annabelle would be there in August. So I shared this, and a bunch of people got really upset and
Hmm.
started accusing me of lying and making things up and not knowing what I was talking about. And it just escalated from there. It exploded because I had people sharing the post because I corrected a few facts, not just the one about Annabelle going to Salem. It was a whole list of Father Bob quotes that were inaccurate. So I fixed them. And for whatever reason, the Matt and Elton, I say trolls because that's all they were doing was
Yeah.
trolling, just came out of the woodwork and were exploding the page, going off
Wow.
simply because Annabelle is going to Salem and they didn't believe me.
Yeah. Well, there's that. I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw it on TikTok where the whole Annabelle thing got denied in Salem.
Okay, so yes, that is kind of true, as in it was true.
Yeah.
There was this whole thing. They petitioned Salem, of course, with their hours, their business plan, and all of that. And then Salem City Council talked about it and they had some meetings over it. And the word started getting out that they were going to be denying their hours request, and they were going to have to do another meeting and talk about some some compromises. The city of Salem wanted to work with Elton and compromise those hours that he was requesting. He wanted till 2 a.m., I think, every single night. And the city of Salem thought that that was not appropriate for their town. And so they countered with, we can do 11 p.m. on weekdays and midnight on weekends. And they didn't like that. So, according to the city of Salem, during a city council meeting, they said that they offered this and they pulled out and they were going to go somewhere else.
Oh
So,
wow.
because of that meeting, people started spreading the word that they pulled out. They're not going to come to Salem. But they ended up working it out somehow and they ended up giving them the hours, I think, till 1 a.m. on the weekends and 11 during the week. And that's, they're going to see how it goes. And they were saying it was going to be like till December. Some people are saying it's going to be a permanent thing. I'm not sure. Matt and Elton said maybe till December. There was nothing concrete there. But yeah, so they ended up fixing it somehow and they made amends with the city of Salem and they're going. And they were on the news after that. Like after that city council meeting, the news report that I shared was the latest information. And that's why people were so upset with me, is because they didn't think I had the latest information.
Yeah. Like, let me ask you this: how did we get here with Annabelle? Because, like we were talking about before the show, it- with man, I'm bad with names. The guy who used to watch Annabelle, the nephew, is it the nephew?
Tony.
Tony,
Tony is the son-in-law.
son-in-law. Like we came from where you can't touch a doll, you have to wear oven mitts, and it's in a glass case. Number one, if something is that evil and demonic or supposedly demonic, can it still go through a glass
That's what I
box?
say. But they will counter with they bless it. They have a priest come. It's got so Dan Rivera built Annabelle a new case and there are crosses carved into it, 3 of them I believe. That's supposed to help. They have all these things in place that they say are to prevent the demon from escaping the
Yeah,
box. My personal opinion is the box is to keep the secret safe.
yeah. I don't know. It to me, going from a box then taking it on tour. What is your thoughts about that? Because it's you bring in it's pretty much bringing a loaded gun to a party.
Oh, I agree. If you believe what they want you to believe, yes.
Yeah,
So the funny thing about that is there's a lot of argument about Annabelle traveling. So when she started the tour initially, the one we all know and familiar with within the last couple years,
yeah,
that wasn't Annabelle's first time being out of the museum. she used to do Dinner with Annabelle at a restaurant in Connecticut, and she's also done a few different events. She was, I think, as far back as the 90s. I have photos of her at events in a case, not the case she's in now, but in a like big display case. She's just like hanging in it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's been traveling for a while. Um, I personally believe the traveling kind of started happening when Lorraine wasn't as in much control anymore. She
Mhm.
did suffer dementia. I'm not sure when that started for her, but I do feel like it was sort of taken advantage of, and a lot more events started happening, and Annabelle started attending a lot more things. And then,
Yeah.
of course, you have Tony took Annabelle on an airplane to Las Vegas to see Zach Baggins, and Zach touched her. So,
Yeah.
and Zach's doing fantastic.
Maybe it made him richer. I don't know.
Right? I said Annabelle's probably good luck.
I would be like, if I'm gonna be that, if I'm gonna touch something, it'd probably be Annabelle, because like maybe I could get rich off that, you know, something.
Yes.
But Annabelle has a better social life than I do. Someone
Right?
just said.
Yeah. She has a world tour almost. Like that's their next step.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so weird. I part of me thinks like, is this all a gag? You know, a show for money. You
I
know what I
believe
mean?
so.
Because when that one guy, bless his heart, but he passed away from when the whole Annabelle incident
Yep.
happened, where he had Annabelle in the room and everyone's blaming Annabelle and this and that, you know, and then it was a whole spark and stuff like that off social media, which I
Yes.
think honestly was wrong, because like a lot of people were putting him down and all this. Why did you touch Annabelle? Blah blah blah. It's evil, demonic. But I think like it's just all about money. By
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
about the
It
money.
is.
And it's
Yeah.
sad
Dan
because
was also proven to have had a heart condition. It was not related to anything
yeah,
paranormal. It wasn't mysterious. So yeah.
yeah, paranormal bros. Stevie has a master at debunking the Warrens. Tony Allen, you know them.
I love you, Taryn.
What's up, paranormal brew? How's it going? But yeah, it's just sad because like in our community, it feels like the paranormal community is dying in a way. You know what I mean? Because of this, they're using a doll. They're using the Warren stuff. Like even though there's a lot of even though I love controversy and conspiracy theories and all that stuff, because that's what I'm in the business of in a podcast show. Talk about it. And you know, we live in a life where it's all about this, about making money and stuff, and the Warrens this, the Warrens that, and then people are like, "Oh, the Warrens were fake." You know, all the stuff is fake, and I know a lot of people are gonna probably get mad at me for saying that, but honestly, me personally, I've had a lot of amazing, crazy paranormal experiences, which I had one today in the mountains, which I'll talk about in a bit. But it was really creepy too. But what was I saying? I forgot where I was going with
The
that.
Warrens being fake.
Yeah, the Warrens being fake, and I know a lot of people are going to be out there and chew my head off, which I don't really give a crap. And which you could cuss on the show, by the way, I don't care.
Oh.
But you know, like with all the experiences I've had in my life and what I've seen, because I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm not calling myself a professional. I don't have all the answers. I don't know it all. I just know what I've experienced in the paranormal and been attacked and felt and talked to a bunch of people doing this during my time doing, you know, in the paranormal industry. And just seeing that with the Warrens and stuff like that kind of makes me kind of cringe a little bit, because they're doing it to get big.
Yes. Yes.
And I
I
hate
have
to
a.
say that word.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. But I hate to say that word, because like we're not doing this to get big. We're doing this because we love what we're doing. I'd
Yes.
rather talk to dead people than honestly, you know, the the schmo that's across the street or something,
I
because
understand.
it's cool. I love people too. Don't get me wrong. There's some people that piss me off, but not all people. When you're a New Englander, like you're pissed at the world, everybody's mad at each other. But it's just like it just makes me sick to my stomach because I've been doing this for so long and people are just like, oh, I'm gonna make money off of it. I'm gonna do this, we're
Yeah.
gonna have a Raggedy Ann doll and we're gonna sell, and apparently they're selling these miniature Raggedy Ann dolls for $200 and something a
Yep, claiming they
piece.
spent 30 days in the museum, so
Yeah,
that
now it's
somehow makes them.
haunted. It's part
Yeah.
of Annabelle.
Yeah.
It's like I just don't get it, and it makes me sick to my stomach, and I hope people just realize where I'm trying to go with this because I want to speak truth. I want people to know the truth and why we talk about what we talk about, because there's gonna be people out there that think they know what they're talking about, but nobody's a perfect. Like I said, no one's a professional,
Yes.
and that's why we love doing what we doing, because by the end of the day, we're making friends out there. It's about all having fun, making friends, the science of it.
Yeah, and having experiences.
Yeah. But what were you going to say earlier? Sorry about
Oh
I
no,
went in a
you're
rant.
fine. It just when you started talking about that, it reminded me of I've noticed that in the paranormal, if someone claims to know things definitively, like three knocks is evil or scratches are demonic or whatever it is, people who adamantly think that that is the rule and nothing else, they're
Yeah.
usually making money. It's the people that are willing to ask more questions and be asked more questions and not say this is this definitively because they don't know. So
Yeah.
I've noticed that in the paranormal. I would trust someone more who was like, I don't know what that was versus someone saying, oh, that was definitely a demon.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is funny because like if you watch these shows and stuff, everything's a demon,
Yes.
which it's not.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Demons make money.
Yeah. Demons make money, but bad spirits don't. They're just pissed off all the time. Like I say, if you've had a pissed off life, you're gonna live in the afterlife have a pissed off life. That's just the way of the circle goes.
It makes sense.
Yeah. But it's really cool that to see that, like, how you guys are sticking up, because it's so, like you said, there's so many trolls out there, so many people, and I know Paranormal Brew, she's one of them too. She even said here in a bit, like, someone just he blocked me after, let me put it up here. It says, oh, he blocked me after I called him out on the stupid Annabelles. He was selling them for $200.
Yep. Elton blocked her. Yep.
Wow, man. And the whole thing with Jason and stuff, like, apparently he's still giving Jason a problem with the whole mortgage and stuff like that. It's like,
Yep.
it's so childish.
It
Why?
really is. Yeah.
Like, you're an adult, be an adult,
Yeah.
or go back to being a child.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it out. Like, stop being a child. If he hears this and watches it, I'm like, dude, grow up.
Yeah. No, I agree completely.
But like, other than that, I kind of wanted to go off in this like paranormal thing that happened earlier today, which was pretty cool. And doesn't happen a lot, but I was like up in the mountains working in a beautiful area, except it was like blood red out, so it kind of set the mood for it. So I was driving along, and all of a sudden this guy on a bike, guy looked very raggedy too on the bike, and he was trying to get past me. There's no way to turn because there's guardrails, so you can't turn off anywhere. And I'm like, what is this guy doing? And he's like trying to get around me and stuff like that. And it's hard because I get a big truck for work. And in a split of a second, I turned around to like try to make him go through. He was gone. Like,
Wow.
literally disappeared. I'm like, I wish I had a video of this because this was freaky as hell. Because it's very rare when you have like a class A paranormal experience like that, especially like in the mountains, because the mountains are magical.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. But like stuff like that, like when it happens, it makes me think like, wow, we're not done. We got so much to figure out in this world.
Yeah. A lot. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Have you ever had like experiences like that in the paranormal?
I have. I've had quite a few. I would probably say there's only been one time I think I've had an experience where I saw a full apparition, and it was for
Yeah.
a split second, and I saw them walk in front of my headlights. Like I used to, so my grandparents' house, I used to really believe was haunted. I'm not sure that I don't think it is currently. I don't know if that's because it never was or it just isn't anymore. But we used to have a lot
Yeah.
of experiences growing up. And I remember being a teenager and pulling into the driveway one night and my headlights were on. And I saw a man like briskly walk across the driveway in like 70s clothing. I
Wow.
could tell he was wearing like corduroy bell bottoms and he had a bomber jacket on with the fluffy collar and like shoulder length curly blonde hair. I saw him so clearly for like half a second and then he was gone.
Wow. That's crazy. I love experiences like that. Has anybody in the comment section have an experience like that? Because I want to know. Let me know. And I love to hear about it in the comment section. That's really cool. Or maybe we'll have you on the show and talk about it because I love those experiences.
Me too. I have a lot and I don't often share them because I'm always so focused on debunking the Warrens, but occasionally I talk about them.
Someone was just saying, speaking of the Warrens, the Warrens place isn't haunted. Even the spirits are staying away from the owners.
That's pretty funny.
That's crazy. I mean, man, it just blows my mind. All the crazy stuff. It makes me mad in a way. You know, I'm gonna rant for a minute if you don't mind. Like, why would you talk to somebody in that manner? Like, especially what you guys go through, Miss Paranormal Cat, you, and it's just really gross. Like in a way where it's like, how do they get away with that? Just saying that.
hmm I think it's because so many people support them and don't reprimand them for it. They never face consequences for that kind of behavior. They
Yeah.
just get cheered on more.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could see in the comments, like, their fans coming and going off on me when he's the one who called someone those awful things. Like, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. Like it must make you feel bad too, like when people like say stuff like that.
Make me feel bad.
They're like, yeah, like tear you down and stuff. The stuff that they're saying.
I find it interesting. I find the psychology behind that so interesting to come at me like that when all I did was expose very bad behavior. Like the behavior was not mine, but I'm being attacked like it was. I find that interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like the one that we saw yesterday with Miss Paranormal, some weird guy talk about sexuality and all that stuff, and it's just so weird to me how people just could talk that way to people and
Yeah.
get away with it.
Yeah, they're very, very brave, with the safety of distance.
Yeah. It just makes you think like, how did they get brought up? It makes me think that because like I remember I'm old school and I was always brought up where you treat people with respect and you always help people no matter like I was just thinking I was talking to somebody about this the other day, like doesn't matter like what color you are, what race you are, because right now we're in the whole political crap right now with like ethnic, color, this, that, if you're from a different country. And like I was just talking about it because we were talking about paranormal and end up with this. I don't know why it like mixed with paranormal, but it's like we're just one person, just different nationalities, but one person. We all have a heart, we all have a soul,
Yeah, all the insides look the same.
all the insides look the same. We're just different on the outside. And like and the funny thing is like no matter what nationality, what color you are, there's always going to be a bad person in each one.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah,
There's
that
always
does
good and bad.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with paranormal. There's always good and bad. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what I'm getting to with this whole Elton and whole thing is the message out there. And I hope everybody else gets it that. And if there's people out here trying on this, watching this show, trying to like troll and stuff like that on the show, like just think what you say before you say it, because you never know what impact you're gonna make on that person's life down the road. Because I know what it does to people, because it did it to me. Like there's people in my life that said things and it tore me down forever, for a long time.
Yeah, I understand that.
And like people don't realize how much it hurts others. And I know I'm just going on a soapbox. I'm not trying to be religious or anything like that, but like, um, it just makes more sense to me.
I get that. Yeah, no, kindness is free and easy.
Yeah, I
I saw
just
something recently that said you don't have to be nice to
yeah
everyone, but kindness is different than just being nice for no reason. Like kindness is that little bit extra that is it costs nothing and it makes the world a difference.
yeah yeah. It goes a long way, to be a nice person, and it helps in the longer run, especially in the paranormal. When you're a nicer person, the paranormal's nice to you.
Hmm.
It just you treat them nice, they treat you nice.
Yeah, it's better for your credibility too.
Yeah, piss a spirit off. Watch out. They'll piss on you back. Literally. You don't want to piss them off. But anyways, speaking about spirits and stuff like that, what was your most let me ask you this question. What was your most craziest paranormal experience have you ever had in your life that was like,
Hmm.
wow, and you'll never forget it?
Hmm. Maybe. So I had one once where I saw what I thought was someone's legs walking through my house.
Hmm.
I was giving my dog a bath. I had two Doberman and a Great Dane. And I had one of the Doberman in the bath and I was giving her a bath. And I dropped the shampoo. And when I bent over to pick it up, I looked towards the hallway and I saw legs walk really fast through my hallway down towards the back of the house.
Oh
And
wow.
I stood up and I froze and I was looking at the dog to see if she would is going to react because I mean they're going to react if someone's in the house that they don't know. And she didn't react. She was fine. I
Wow.
didn't hear the other dogs react. They were fine. And so I called for my boyfriend at the time and didn't hear him. I He was supposed to be at work, so I didn't expect him home.
Yeah.
And I quickly rinsed the dog off, dried her off, let her go, and she went out into the house like nothing was wrong. And so I slowly creeped out into the house and looked around corners. I was terrified someone was in my house. I did not think it was
Wow.
paranormal at all. And there was no one there. And it definitely wasn't my boyfriend. He was at work. I have no explanation for that. And then to top that off, like a week later, my landlord drunk texted me and asked me if anything weird was happening in the house.
Oh man. Well, let me ask you this: had you ever had a funny paranormal experience?
Mm, maybe. Um, So my mom and I used to go do a lot of stuff, and we went to California one time. I think it was 2011, and we did like a haunted coastal tour. And I had this app, and it like told us all these places that we could go that were allegedly haunted. And then I would look them up on the internet and read forums about them and stuff. And one of the places was the Santa Maria Inn, and I think it's in I can't remember what town it's in, but it's near the Winchester House because we were going to go there next. And
Yeah.
so we look up online and find out that they don't advertise that they're a haunted hotel. They're kind of a high-end place. They don't want to scare their regular customers. But if you are interested in the paranormal, you can ask for a specific room and tell them that you're there for the paranormal activity and they'll give it to you. So we go to the front desk and we ask for the room. The lady says it's not available. We tell her we're here for the paranormal activity. She says, "Oh, okay, in that case then." She pulls out this paper, sets it on the desk, tells us all about the haunting in the room, like what to expect and stuff, what other people have experienced. And we got a complimentary bottle of champagne and decided to go up
Oh
to the
wow.
room and drink it and see what happened. And while we were being silly and drinking this wine and giggling, we heard knocking above the headboard behind us, and that there was nothing on the other side. It was outside, and we were on the second floor. So we thought that was interesting. And then when we tried to lay down and go to sleep, we heard like plastic crinkling, And
Hmm.
we couldn't really figure out what it was. But the next morning when we went to check out, we had the same lady that checked us in was still there. And she asked us if we had any experiences. And we told her about the crinkling sound. And she said that that was a common experience because the room was rented very often by Walter Matthau. He was the old man in Dennis the Menace movie.
Huh.
And apparently, he was known for carrying candies in his pocket that had that kind of paper, that cellophane that made that sound. And so a lot of people report that sound and they think it's him.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I would love to like I'm always worried when I'm like doing something, like in a bathroom area, like a ghost is watching or something and is gonna pull some stupid prank or something like that. Cause I know if I was a ghost, I'd do the same thing to myself. Like move keys or clothes or something like that. Like I would do something stupid like that. But
No,
like,
I get that. I've had a bathroom experience now that you
oh
say
really?
that. I went to the South Pittsburgh Hospital in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee with my mom for an overnight. And right away we go straight to the bathroom and use the bathroom just so we don't have to go during the investigation. And while we're in there, the light kept going off. And then
Yeah.
we'd go to reach for it to like flick it and it would come back on. And so obviously that could have been electrical, absolutely. But it
Yeah.
was funny because we were so hyped up for a paranormal experience, we just chalked it up to that.
I always like wanted to like do like new like experiments in paranormal investigation because we do Bigfoot. I do Bigfoot stuff too. Being up here up north, there's a lot of Bigfoot stuff, UFOs, and like I wanted to like always do this. Like I know it's funny because I talk about it a lot, and I've always wanted to bring Taco Bell food to see if I could get a reaction from like a spirit or something, like maybe something funny or
That would be funny.
some kind of dumb thing. I know it sounds dumb, but like it'd be pretty funny if like they
It
like
would be funny. I
the
just
top.
experienced I would expect to experience a frustrated ghost because Taco Bell is so delicious.
Oh man, it's like when I heard that news, like I'm like, it's so ironic that of course they're gonna blame Taco Bell for diarrhea. It's Taco Bell. Like, come
Yep.
on. And maybe they had that bug forever and they're just now saying it all of a sudden. And if you're like just coming on the show, yeah, I talked about Taco Bell and diarrhea because this whole bug going around and they're blaming Taco Bell for fresh veggies or something like that, whatever it is. But like, how do you get diarrhea from fresh veggies? That's what I don't get. That's what confuses me. I could see the Taco Bell meat. I know, like I said, we go off way
No, you're
sometimes,
fine.
but
I think, aren't they trying to claim salmonella in the veggies?
I
Is
don't
that what they're
know.
saying? I'm not sure. I haven't read the full report on it, but I know it's the veggies.
Someone said the experience would be me eating Taco Bell.
Yep.
Lady Fright. That's me all the time because I love Taco Bell and like I should go to like those real like Taco Bell truck, not Taco Bell, but like taco trucks. But I always end up at Taco Bell because it's just so good, and I know it's bad for you. And like the bad stuff, that's what kills us on early on in age because like we're eating all this stuff that's not good for us, but it's so good.
I understand, yes.
It's so good. But hey, we become a spirit like sooner, you know? Hey,
There's
if I
always
be
a silver lining, right?
yeah, there's always a silver lining. You could be a ghost, like you're a paranormal ghost. You eat Taco Bell, you die from Taco Bell, and then you become a spirit, and then yeah, there you go.
I love it.
It's a win-win situation, and you could just prank people. I can see people laughing about this, like, geez, what is this stupid guy talking about? Talking about diarrhea and stuff. That's okay. I had a show with a one paranormal group, but we were talking about toilets the whole show.
Oh, that's great.
We forgot what we were talking about. We were just dying laughing, just talking about toilets and stupid pranks and Taco Bell and all that stuff.
That's
I wouldn't be
fantastic.
surprised.
I love it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're listening right now. They probably are. So,
Great.
speaking of all that and all of Taco Bell and all of the craziness that's going on, what do you got going on, like paranormal wise? Are you any cool places you going to? New places to hunt? Um,
Yeah.
what you got
This
going on?
year alone, I've been to quite a few, well, I guess 4 locations this year. I went
Oh,
to, in February, I got to go to the McIntyre Villa, which was so much fun. The house is stunning. And then we did the Sally House, and that
oh,
was wild.
Playhouse.
Yeah.
I want to go
Um,
there.
I have a lot to say about it. I am working on a video. I personally don't think, I definitely don't think there's a demon. I think that's silly. If there is any activity, it is from, I would guess, the owner, but I don't know why. There is no trauma. There was no, so a lot of the haunting claims that it's like scratching and violent things and demonic things, of course. And I just don't believe that. It was a very peaceful home to stay in. I slept there. I slept in the room by myself. I was fine. It was fine. It was a really cozy house.
Wow.
But I have a lot of opinions about the people who started the ghost story. So I've listened to lots of interviews on up from them, and it really comes off as a bored suburban housewife with a really doting husband.
Huh.
Anything she said, he agreed with, and
Oh.
they just made a haunting. They had sightings come from several different times. They wrote a book. The man drew some photos. He claims to have seen the apparition of a little girl. That's Sally. It turns out that the old sighting show, they had a psychic on that said the Sally was a little girl,
Hmm.
and that's where the Sally spirit identity came from. But it turns out the Sally that this man claimed was haunting the home was not a little girl, because he said that, like, he took them to the gravesite and everything, and that
Wow.
gravesite turns out to be, it was a woman that passed when she was in her 30s. So it's definitely not a little girl. And so, like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense for that one, but it's really fun to investigate. And I really believe if anything paranormal is there, it is from the original owner or the people that originally lived there, because it was a doctor.
Wow.
And apparently, sometimes he did practice medicine in the home. I'm not really sure if that's legitimate or not, but that was part of the story. And then I also got to go to the Iron Island Museum in Buffalo, New York,
Oh,
recently
wow.
with Joan from Lady Sprite and Jenny Twigs, and we investigated there and had so much fun. And our friends Sean and Kristen were with us. It was so much fun. We had some interesting experiences there. We heard some noises. We got some really interesting EVPs or lack thereof. There was a time where we set up a microphone to record, and it recorded nothing. We were all talking and asking questions, and there's no voices, but there's one little tap of sound. It sounds like someone tapped the microphone, and it's
Wow.
really interesting.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Someone just said they even did a movie of the sighting crew going there, the main guy in
Oh,
Boob.
Bo Bridges. Yeah, I forgot
Bo
about the
Bridges.
movie. Yeah.
Wow. That is so cool. Oh, that's me.
Yeah. And we had so much fun.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. And also, you also have a podcast show. Tell us a little bit about that.
So my show is mainly dedicated to researching the Warrens. I kind of fell into debunking because that's just what happened. Everything I researched, I ended up finding a debunk for. So in this journey, I have debunked a lot of Warren claims, a lot of museum items. Annabelle, I have proven that her origin story is just a million different things. It doesn't make sense why it changes so much. I did speak to I actually reached out to the woman who wrote the original article on Annabelle. She is around
Oh,
and still working, and she agreed to an interview, and I talked to her. They let her have Annabelle. She put Annabelle in her back seat and took her to the news studio. Nothing happened to her.
wow.
I did indirectly speak with the owner of that Annabelle doll, so there's a lot of speculation that the doll has been replaced or sold or things like that. But in this newspaper article, I have this image of this woman, and she is holding the Raggedy Ann doll. It's 2 women. These are supposed to be the nurses from the story. And I found one of them, and she spoke to one of my research friends that was helping me with the research on it in a group randomly on Facebook. And her words were that the Warrens and Hollywood made a lot of things up.
Hmm.
I personally believe they may have thought they had something going on, that the doll may have moved. The story goes so what people say the original story is that the doll moved. They got scared. They called the Warrens, and the Warrens made up everything else. And some people have told me that the doll didn't move. It was the guy roommate because he wanted to live alone with the girl, and he was trying to get out of the apartment lease so they could move.
Yeah.
So
Man,
there's
that's
just so
interesting.
many things that lead me down these debunking avenues. I research the Warrens, and I try not to be a hater. It's
Yeah.
just really hard when everything leads up to a lie.
Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah, it's the whole Warren thing. Like, I've been watching it for a while, the whole debunking thing with the Warrens, because all the stuff that they have, they say it's so bad. Why are they letting people in a museum if it's that, like, the most haunted things in the world? Why are they
Yep.
letting people go into that? Just like
Yep.
the Zach Bagans Museum, you know, they got the divot box. They have
Which
which
with the
is
big box has been disproven. The guy
yeah,
came out and said he made it all up.
yeah, but they all made it for show,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
that's the crazy part. It's all, it makes the paranormal look bad,
It does.
and it's like, why?
Money every time. It always comes down to money with that stuff, I've
Yep.
learned.
Yep, like someone just said, never trust the living. Never trust the living. And I'm sure there'll be a documentary about like the whole Warrens, something that's gonna come out with Annabelle and the Warrens and all that stuff. I guarantee it. Somebody's
Yeah,
gonna make it.
I wouldn't be surprised for sure.
Yeah. But we do got not much time left, but are you what's gonna be your next place that you're gonna be going to pretty soon?
I have plans to be in Arizona. I'm a guest speaker at
Ooh,
CreepyCon at Flagstaff. So
that'd be
that's
cool.
next. And also the folklore fearsome folklore festival in Nashville, Tennessee in November.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
speaking there too.
That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta come down this end. Well,
Oh, I
up
want to so
yeah,
badly. I
up
was in
this end.
Salem 2 years ago, but I got to get back up. I got to go to Connecticut. I need to go to Connecticut.
Yeah. Connecticut's not far from here. I think it's like what, a couple hours, about an hour and a half. It's not too far. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. I'm finding a lot of like crazy, not these famous places, but like just cool like places that are really really haunted that nobody talks about.
Love that.
Abandoned places, these old war forts and everything. It's real. I went to one in it was Jamestown, Rhode Island, and it was an old World War II fort. It's called Fort Witherall. If you ever around there, go there because the energy there is dark.
Ooh.
Like you could feel your chest caving in. It's pretty crazy. And the weird part about that, one year me and my cousin went because he showed me this place, and the next day he had what do you have? A seizure at his job out
Wow.
of nowhere, and he doesn't get seizures.
That is pretty crazy.
It was just weird, like right after that, and all of a sudden you got a seizure, and that's it. It never happened ever again. But like I'm finding all these crazy places here in New England, like that are out of nowhere, that I think are more haunted than these big places that they're treating like Walt Disney World. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I said, I'm happy what Jason Hawes is doing with the Conjuring House. I love the Conjuring House. I love the lore to it. I love what the whole thing that happened in the past. But like when you treat stuff like that, it becomes not haunted no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just becomes a commodity for money
Hmm.
and t-shirts and all that
Yeah.
stuff and books and movies and all that crazy stuff. But in the long run, I hope that we could like I hope everybody could just come together and just like enjoy what we do, you know? That's what I hope.
I think it could happen if everyone could be honest. I really think so. That's the problem. Everyone, the lies fuel the money.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Totally agree. Well, when is gonna be your next show?
I have, so I'm trying to get out. You'll love this. I wrote a script for a Bigfoot episode.
Oh
Lorraine
wow.
went Bigfoot hunting. So I
Oh,
covered that. Miss Dorian recently covered it, and I was really happy to see that mine's a little different. So I do have a little bit different information. So if you haven't seen Miss Dorian's, go watch that because it is really
all right.
good. And then mine will be out soon, and it has a little bit, like I build up a little bit more on the background of why Lorraine went hunting for Bigfoot. So I think that's
Man,
pretty fun. And that should be out hopefully Friday. I should have it done by Friday. And then I have a really big interview coming out next week, and I will announce it on my channel as soon as I can.
that's awesome. I can't wait to see it. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be pretty cool. Man. Yeah, speaking of Bigfoot, yeah, I love Bigfoot. It's fun to go out in the woods and just experience the stuff out there, all Bigfoot things, and just seeing cool things, seeing footprints. Like that's a big thing. Like my 4-year-old, she's becoming like a big Bigfoot fan. She's
I
like,
love it.
Daddy, look at this footprint right here, and she gets a measuring tape and like measures it, and it's not even a footprint. It's just she's pretending, but she's like, oh, you need this and this and this. I'm like, where are you learning this from? And she's like watching like Expedition Bigfoot and all this stuff, and she's like a big fan of the show,
I
and
love it. That's great.
it's really cool how like just kids like it's cool. It's like I think it's a good time for them to like learn stuff like that because it's good history, it's good learning, and it's Bigfoot, you know.
Yeah, and it keeps the imagination going too.
Yeah, because and it's like I'm in my 40s and like I still love the imagination, just being outside outdoors in the imagination of what could happen, you know.
Agree.
Like I always like wish like maybe a UFO would just adopt me one day.
Same. Same.
I'm just like, please just take me now. Or a Bigfoot kidnap me. I want something to happen.
I get it. I totally get it.
Something cool. And it hasn't happened yet because I'm waiting for my ticket up, in the UFO. But speaking of that, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Like this was so fun, and just we got to talk more about like just about all the crap that's going on because I know I'm sure after this something's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's what happened to Miss Paranormal. So she got off, like she got a whole bunch of stupid shit, and it's just gonna keep going. But you know what?
It is.
We'll take them down.
Yes.
But after the show, once we end the show, we'll talk for a couple of minutes. And but yeah, everybody who's listening to the Animal Expedition Files, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Stevie. Go see her show because you don't want to miss out. And she's gonna talk about Bigfoot, so I'll be there. You don't want to miss out. And and also if you want some cool merch, help a brother out and go on animalexpeditionfiles.com. And then you could go on the merch site. We got some shirts, shoes, backpacks, you name it. We got it. Candles, maybe hot sauce one day, all that cool stuff. Getting into the food kind of thing. I like food, and I love to cook too. That's what happens when you're Italian. But anyways, go do that. Do you have merch?
I do. It's truthordemons.com.
Awesome. Support her, please. Go see your show, support her. And I see the dog right there.
Yeah, he's trying to say hi, but he's going to show us his butt again. I'm sorry about that.
You don't want that. But everybody, thank you so much. I see so many people on here. Like I just appreciate you guys watching and listening to this show because I couldn't do it without you guys. And I appreciate you listening, watching, supporting, and supporting my guests. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. And I hope everybody has a great week. And if you're in New England, stay away from the fiery smoke. And yeah. But anyways, have a great day and peace out.
lights on.